Hi guys, today I'm going to be discussing and giving my thoughts on Ringo's album Beaucoups of Blues, and at the end of this video I'm also going to rank the songs from my least to favourite. Beaucoups of Blues is the second studio album by Ringo Starr. It was released on the 25th of September 1970, 5 months after his first solo album Sentimental Journey. I got the album on vinyl not long ago. I won it in a bidding war on eBay and I got it for, I think it was £16 in the end, so I was very happy with my purchase. I think I got it for a great price. And here is the close-up of the album. There's only a few slight scuff marks in the corner. Apart from that, it's in really good condition, and I really love the cover of this album. The photo was apparently taken outside musician Tracy Nelson's smokehouse in Nashville. The photo was taken by Marshall Falwell Jr. and I just think it's a great photo. And then having a look at the back cover, this photo is of the majority of the musicians that appeared on the album, and it names all of the musicians down here. And then over here we have the song titles with the lyrics, and then some more photos. Some really nice photos here again. A bit of history on the album. While playing for George Harrison's All Things Must Pass, Ringo met American pedal steel guitarist Pete Drake, who was also working on George's album at the time. Ringo went to pick Drake up from the airport when he arrived in England to play for George Harrison, and it was when they were in the car that Drake noticed that Ringo had a lot of country albums. He then asked Ringo if he wanted to collaborate on an album. Ringo agreed and flew to Nashville on the 22nd of June. Produced by Pete Drake, Ringo recorded the album over 3 days in Nashville. Guitarist Charlie Daniels said the recordings were pretty typical Nashville sessions, 3 songs in 3 hours. Here's the song, here's the chords, let's get it done. It was not a Beatles-type leisurely session, it was work. Ringo said that he'd learn 5 songs in the morning and then go to record the 5 songs that night. The sessions are listed online, I'll read them now. On the 25th of June 1970, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m, they recorded Woman of the Night and Without Her. On the 25th of June 1970, from 10 p.m. to 11 a.m, they did Beaucoups of Blues, Love Don't Last, and Waiting. On the 26th of June 1970, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m, they recorded I'll Be Talking All Night and $15 Draw. And then that night, from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m, they did Wine, Women, and Loud Happy Songs, and Wishing Book. Then on the 27th of June 1970, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m, they recorded Fastest Growing Heartache in the West, Silent Homecoming, Loser's Lounge. And then that night, from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m, they did I Wouldn't Have You Any Other Way, Coochie Coochie, and Nashville Freakout. Session drummer DJ Fontana said, Ringo had the greatest conception of tempo I've ever heard in my life. I have never heard anybody play that steady in my life, and that's a long time. The album was released on the 25th of September 1970 in the UK and the 28th of September 1970 in the US. The album failed to chart in the UK and only reached number 65 in the US. The public again were confused by Ringo's change in style, but the album didn't get all bad reviews. The Guardian said the result is superb. Saturday Review magazine said the album was perfect a presentation of a vastly underestimated singing talent, and even John Lennon said that the album was good, but he did add that he didn't feel as embarrassed as he did with Ringo's first solo album. Critics have since said that Beaucoups of Blues is one of Ringo's best albums. The album is a country and western album. Ringo had an interest in country music back when he was in the Beatles. He sang Buck Owens' country song Act Naturally and also wrote the country song Don't Pass Me By. Pete Drake got a collection of potential songs from Nashville's songwriters for Ringo to sing for the album. There are 12 songs on the album, and an additional 2 bonus tracks were released on the CD in 1995. They were Coochie Coochie, which was originally 28 minutes long, and that was written by Ringo and Nashville Jam. I'm now going to give my thoughts on each of the tracks from the album, and then at the end I'm going to rank them from my least to favourite. The first song is Beaucoups of Blues, a great easy listen, and I think that Ringo's vocals are really good for this song. I think he has a great range. I remember first playing this song and thinking I'm really going to like this album because I was into it straight away. The next song is Love Don't Last Long. It's a very sad song. The lyrics are quite dark, but I do like this song. I got into it really quickly listening to the stories that Ringo is singing really well. The song just suits his voice, like all the songs in my opinion on this album really suits Ringo's voice. He just has that perfect voice, I think, for country music. The third song is Fastest Growing Heartache in the West. Great vocals from Ringo again. Another pleasant song to listen to, and I think it's played really well. The fourth song is Without Her, a nice, soft, slow song, which again I think is sung beautifully by Ringo. I think actually this is one of the standout songs for me, with Ringo's voice just sounding perfect. The next song is Woman of the Night, another great storytelling song with an upbeat chorus, which I think fits perfectly after the slower Without Her. The next song is I'd Be Talking All the Time. Despite the lyrics, it's quite an upbeat song. I do think it's a nice song, but it's not one of the standout tracks for me on the album. The next song is $15 Draw, a real country rock song. I got into this song very quickly. I found it very catchy. It's got a slightly faster pace and I really love the guitar on this one. The next song is Wine, Woman and Loud Happy Songs. I really enjoy listening to this one. I think it's got a very catchy chorus, and again Ringo I think sings it so well. I think the song suits his voice. I just feel with this album you just have got to stop and listen to Ringo because I think his voice just works so well with these country songs. The next song is I Wouldn't Have You Any Other Way. This is a duet with Jeannie Kendall. Even though their voices are very different, I think they work well together, but this is another track that isn't one of my favourites on the album. The next song is Loser's Lounge. This song was written by Bobby Pierce and was first released by Cal Smith in 1969. I think this is a catchy tune, very upbeat and merry. I can see this song playing in one of those country barn dances, although I've never actually been to one of those, but if I ever am to, I will request this song. The next song is Waiting, another slow, soft song. I think this one is very relaxing to listen to. I've just had to change my camera battery if the lighting has changed. Recently, while I've been filming, my camera just keeps dying on me in the middle of filming, which is a bit annoying. But the final song is Silent Homecoming. This is about a guy returning from the war. It's a very sad, heartbreaking song to end the album, which I think Ringo tells really well. And so now my overall thoughts on the album. I just think this is a great album. I like it a lot. I think the country sound suits Ringo's voice so well, and vocally I think it's one of Ringo's best albums. I enjoy listening to all the songs. It's not like a real thrilling album, but it's not meant to be. It's just a really enjoyable listening experience, and I think the songs are just made for Ringo. So, a personal favourite of mine of Ringo's solo albums. Now I'm going to list the songs on the album from my least to favourite. At number 12, I have I Wouldn't Have You Any Other Way. At 11, I'd Be Talking All the Time. 10, Waiting. 9, Silent Homecoming. 8, Fastest Growing Heartache in the West. 7, Love Don't Last Long. 6, Losers Lounge. 5, Without Her. 4, Woman of the Night. 3, Beaucoups of Blues. At number 2, Wine, Woman and Loud Happy Songs. And at number 1, I have $15 Draw. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts on Ringo's second solo album and what your favourite song on the album is. Please subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!